the second picture of last night, I didn't know nothing about this movie, and to be honest, that is probably the best way to go into this film. And let's get right into this one. This one's gonna be a doozy. The film that we're talking about, in a good way, not in a bad way. The film that we're talking about is the film After Hours. After Hours is an indie comedy crime drama about an ordinary word professor who has the worst night of his life after he agrees to visit a girl in Soho who he met that evening at a coffee shop. The film's runtime is 97 minutes. The film's rating is R in color. The film's directed by the great Martin Scorsese, known for the films The King of Comedy, Taxi Driver, and Raging Bull. And yeah, let's get right into After Hours. Again, this is a film that I would recommend not seeing any trailers of it. I actually saw the trailer after the movie, and to be frank, the trailer pretty much gives you a lot of things that I personally would just say, hey, see this movie, just no description. Honestly, no description. Just go into it, just seeing the film. And After Hours is like, I would compare it to a fever dream where things are happening and it's just so crazy. And this movie is super well paced in a way where it's like you're never bored. Things are always happening, and you're kind of just trying to understand what's happening in the things. And every like moment is like, wow, shit, this dude. And the man just goes through probably the worst night any man could ever experience. This you just gotta feel bad in this movie. But let's get right into it. The performances are fantastic. I think all the actors, especially the lead actor, the main character, who is this, who works in a normal desk job. He meets a girl, finds her attractive, and he decides, all right, calls her up and goes to Soho to meet her. But things start to occur, and he just wants to get home. And this guy, I think the lead actor is amazing. I think you really just put yourself in the man's shoes, and just the things that he's experiencing are just absolutely like, fuck, man. You really feel bad. Like, come on, man. Everything that's occurring is so like, man, that's happened. Wow, how is he gonna? And it just increasingly. Again, I would compare this to a fever dream in a way. Honestly, I would compare this movie in a way to Beau's Afraid. Of course, this film came out before Beau's Afraid, but it's kind of like Beau's Afraid, where things are happening throughout the movie, and you're like, how can it get any worse? Oh, fuck, they did that. So it's kind of like that. I would say this film did it better. It's not too crazy, where it's like, okay, it's too much. Things are happening where you're like, this is too much. But everything that's happening is possible, per se. Things like this could happen. It's not too outlandish. And yeah, this film, and you just really feel bad for the character. He's just a really good lead actor too. His performance is fantastic, and you just really I feel like I really just, when I was watching this, just putting my shoes with this guy and just really going through the film and being like, damn, I feel bad for him. And you kind of root for him in a way where you're like, bro, you just want him to get home. And yeah, he's fantastic. You also got the actress. Let me search her up because I really liked her in this film. I do my research in camera, because why not, man? We either do it live or we don't do it live. But Rosanna Arquette, which, honest to God, I don't know if it was me, I found her very attractive in this film, and she's really good in this movie, where she plays kind of a weirdo in a way, a psycho, where she's like, she was super fucking nuts. But you're kind of like, alright, hopefully he gets with the girl. But she's that kind of character where you're like, yeah, she's gonna be, that's a one-time thing. You do not want to stick with this person. And yeah, Rosanna Arquette was really good in this movie, and in a way, yeah, she was really good. She was nice. I thought she was good in the movie. And all the characters, there's so many characters. You have fucking the Home Alone parents are in this film. Like, both of them are actually in this film. The dad and mom of McAllister are in this movie. Both of them. I was like, oh shit, this is the Home Alone parents. And yeah, before Home Alone, and yeah, they were cool. They did good, and all the performances are fantastic by everybody. And the direction by Scorsese is fantastic. The camera placements, this is super stylistic, where like I believe the camera was a character where you're like looking at things and the camera how it shifts, and it's like I get it makes you feel like you're in a dream. We're in a dream state where you're like, this is like you want to just go home. Like, I don't know if that ever happens to you when you have a dream and you're kind of like, you want to get someplace, but things are just fucking happening and you just want to get there. That's kind of like this movie where you're like, man, you just want this guy to get home, but things are just happening to this guy. Like, when you feel like things are going to happen, that there are good things are going to happen, something bad's going to happen, and that's pretty much it. And the pacing is just fantastic. You're always locked into the screen, and it's fantastic. The writing, too, the dialogue, and the script is fantastic. This is such a well-written movie. Chemistry, the whole cast is great. The cinematography, again, the camera and how they shit and how the camera's placed and how everything's like, it's fantastic. This film has a lot of style, and I really did love that for the film. The music, too, the score from Howard Shore is really good. And just also the music choices is really good. And yeah, this film is amazing. This is a film that I did not know nothing about, and I feel like it works even better for somebody who does not know nothing about this movie and sees it for the first time. And it's an experience. Like, by the end, I felt like, wow, this film is something else. Like, you felt like you're in a fever dream, and things that are happening are just happening, and you're just hoping this man gets home. And yeah, I thought this film was just amazing. I love this film so much. It's honestly such an underrated Scorsese movie. Anybody that talks about Scorsese movies really hardly never bring up After Hours. And I believe people should see this film. This film is amazing, and it's a film that's super well paced. And it's just, it shocks you in a way. And I thought it was amazing. I loved it. I genuinely loved this film. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 stars. After Hours is fantastic. It's an amazing film with a very good performance by the lead actor. And he plays this guy who just, he does his job, and he meets an attractive woman. You're like, all right, man, I hope he gets with her. But things are happening where you're like, fuck, man, I hope this guy gets home. He does not deserve any of the things that are happening. And he's great. He's great in the movie, and I thought this film was amazing. It's like, it's a dream. You feel like you're in a dream state, and it's just the pacing, and you're just going through it. There's always something happening. It never slows down. I never felt like it ever slows down for me, and it just, things are adding up, and you're just, it's like a roller coaster. That is the best way to fucking compare it. It's like a roller coaster, which funny Scorsese calls Marvel movies a roller coaster. I genuinely felt this is like a roller coaster film where you're just going through shit, and it's amazing. I loved it.